Good morning, and what a beautiful morning it is. We've been so fortunate to have a few days now where the sun has been shining and the countryside is just drying up a bit. It's not as muddy on the walks. The birds are singing, flowers are coming out, buds are on the trees. I've got blossom on my plum tree, or plum trees in the garden, and it's all very bright and light. And dogs are basking in the sun. But it also highlights the fact that my windows are incredibly dirty. And it's at this time of year we start to think about a spring clean. So that's what I'm going to talk about today, is what we can use to clean our homes without using harmful chemicals. So if you are a busy woman or busy person in general and you want to skip ahead, I'm going to put some timestamps in the description below so that you can look at whichever piece you would like to watch. But yes, I want to talk about cleaning products, and part of my personal journey has been about reducing my exposure to chemicals in general. And I've made various changes over the years, and I've been using a range of cleaning products by an American essential oil company, and it's not available in the shops. You go through members. A bit like Avon, if you like. So it's often called multi-level marketing. So I've been buying mine through them. But I also want to find other products on the market that are readily available so I can share those with other people. And I've also not looked into how good each of the products are that I'm using. They're better than the ones I was using, but as I say, it's about progress rather than perfection. So it's time for me to start paying a bit more attention to my cleaning products. I like to make some of my own when I have time, but time is precious for us all nowadays. But today I am going to make a glass cleaner and share that with you. It's an age-old recipe using white vinegar on the windows. And I have here my crib sheet to lead us through, which I did years ago, so I'll go through that in a minute. I just want to mention some of the chemicals that are known to be harmful. We all know about chlorine bleach. We all know that if we get that on our skin, it could burn us. It's quite hazardous and must be kept under lock and key, really, to keep it away from pets and children. Sodium hypochlorite, ammonia. So many ammonias are incredibly harmful. There's a product or compound called quaternary sodium compounds. This is a new one on me, so that's one I've really got to look at because I don't know what it is. And then we come on to a particular group of compounds, and these are ones known as endocrine disruptors, so they disrupt our hormones. And this is important for all of us, really, but particularly women. If we already have hormone disruption, this can exacerbate that even further. And these chemicals can tend to build up in our bodies over time. We can't cope with them over time. We're exposed to so many chemicals nowadays. The body does struggle to detox them and get rid of them, and sometimes because of the nature of the compound, sometimes because we overload the body. So it's a great idea to avoid as many as we possibly can. But we still want a clean home, we still want it to look good, and we want to know that what we're using is doing us good too. So we've got things like phthalates you'd have heard of, parabens, bisphenol A, which is commonly known as BPA, polychlorinated biphenyls, triclosan, which I thought was banned in the UK. I'm not 100% sure on that. It may be allowed in certain items or products, but I think it's banned, but I'm not 100% sure. Perfluorinated compounds, alkyl phenols and glycol ethers are just a few of the ones that I looked up. And just to give you a website to go to if you want to check out your chemicals is ewg.com, and it's the Environmental Working Group, and they do a lot on looking at products and compounds that are harmful, and it's a website worth going on to check out anything you might have in your cleaning cupboard. So yeah, my aim is really to eradicate as many chemicals as I can. And on my crib sheet, I have bathroom cleaner, an all-purpose cleaning spray, essential oil glass cleaner, and that's what we're going to do. Dishwasher tablets, I've made those, and they're not bad. They're pretty good. You do need to rinse your plates off before they go in the dishwasher. Washing up liquid, wood polish, which I like, wooden floor cleaner for floors that aren't desperately dirty, and then a fruit and veg wash. That's what I've got on my sheet. I also have my other sheet with me, which is my face and body care, which I want to go through another time. But for the essential oil glass cleaner, you need 1.5 cups of white vinegar, half a cup of distilled water. And I have to say, I have never used distilled water in my cleaning, in my glass cleaner. And it's worked, so you could do that. And then 8 drops of an essential oil. Well, I like to use lemon, but orange would be good as well. Now, what's good about the lemon and orange is they also can break down grease. Great for getting labels off glass, sticky labels. They're antibacterial, amongst other things. They've got plenty of sort of benefits from them, but they smell nice. And if you just use the vinegar with the water, which you can do, your house might smell like a fish and chip shop, and that's not the vibe I'm going for. I want it to smell much more pleasant than that. So lemon is the one I use. So without further ado, let's get on, because I can see my battery's getting rather low. Let's get on and we'll go and make this glass cleaner. And then I want to share a product that came through the post this week for cleaning, which I want to try with you. So one that's readily available to everybody. So let's do it. So I'm here with my glass cleaner, one I made up earlier. And I have a number of these bottles, and I put my cleaning fluids in these. I have one in the bathroom, one under the sink, and then in the utility room as well. And I've labelled it so I don't get them mixed up, because I don't want to squirt vinegar on my units or get it near my limestone floor. But this window is an internal window. It's the external wall of the original cottage, but we've got this sort of conservatory on the side. And this window is splashed on the inside, so I've got to clean it on the inside from the sink. But I'm just going to use this cleaner, so I give it a bit of a shake. Now, traditionally, one would use a scrim cloth to clean the windows, and that's generally made from flax or jute, basically a linen, and it's pre-washed often, not always, so that it becomes a very good soft cleaning cloth. The other thing people have used historically is newspaper, and that seems to work extremely well. Now, I've got microfiber here today. They're not my favourites, but I used to work for a company that made cleaning cloths and dealt in all sorts of cleaning materials, so I've got quite a few, but they are good. I've got 2. I've got one which is rougher, which I like to try and clean the window with, and then the softer one, a continuous filament microfiber, is great for buffing up. So just put a squirt, probably don't need one on each pane, or you can squirt the cloth. You know, not trying to teach you how to clean windows, but I am. So this is in desperate need. I realised when I was filming the other day how dirty these were. So that's just a rough sort of wipe over, and then I do like these ones. They're really good for polishing up. There's a lovely cobweb. These are also great cloths for cleaning glasses without any cleaning fluids. So that is one thing about microfiber. I saw a report, because of working for this cleaning company, there was a report on how effective they were on picking up bacteria without any cleaning fluids, so just with water, and including something like salmonella was in there and E. coli. They picked up across the board minimum 97% just with water. The only downside about microfiber is they tend to get heavier as they get older. And that just basically shows you cannot wash all the dirt out. It grips it so well, they tend to hold on to the dirt. Right, I can see a lot of this dirt on this window is on the inside. So, yeah. Yeah, this window was repaired not terribly well. I don't know how many years ago. But yeah, and that's it. So I'm just going to nip on the inside, do a bit of cleaning there, and then hopefully you might be able to see how good it is. Because at the minute you can see the splashes all over the window here from my sink. So I'll just do that and I'll come back to you in a moment. Well, I've done the windows on the inside. They're much better, but it's old glass and it's quite badly marked really. So I think it's the best it's going to be, but it looks better from where I'm standing. I don't know whether you can see from where you are that it's better. So let's go into the utility and do an old mirror. Again, this is marked. It's got quite a lot of spots all around it, but it's time that was cleaned as well. So let's go and do it. Right. So let's see if we can just bring ourselves in a tad. Okay. So I don't know whether you can see all these spots on the mirror. They won't come off, but with this one I'm going to be a little more gentle and just spray the cloth and give it a wipe down. I actually really like the fact it's marked. I think it's gives it a certain charm and suits the old house as well, rather than something brand new. Because I've got a couple of brand new ones elsewhere, but this is, I think, really charming. It's very heavy, this one. It's got a solid wood back as well. There we go. There. Nice and easy. And safe with the white vinegar, water and a bit of lemon essential oil. And I did a little competition with my husband a few years ago on the French doors at another house, and he used a popular well-known window cleaning tool that has a battery pack, and I just used what I'm using today. And he had to admit that the finish was much better with just the water and white vinegar than it was with the cleaning liquid and the tool that he had. Just a bit of elbow grease, and it took, I think it was quicker doing it by hand because we had the little square panes as well. So this is nice and easy. So I'd recommend just mixing up your own. You can get the white vinegar from the supermarket in little bottles, or you could buy a big tub online, because it's also good for putting down the toilet for lime scale. You can put a little bit in your laundry to help soften fabrics. So you can use it in various different ways, and I'll probably cover more of those ways as we go through a few more videos. So if you're a woman, mid-years, you want to reduce your exposure to chemicals, I'm now going to take you through, we're going to open up a box I received from Purdy Figg, who you've probably heard of, but let's go and do that now. So here's my box from Purdy Figg. It's a rather nice box actually. It's got the details of how to put your bottle together inside the lid. I've received one of their microfiber cloths with their name on it, which is rather nice. A little book with details on how to mix your blends, just a bit of background information in there, which is, again, beautiful little booklet. And alongside that, I have one of their bottles. This is slightly smaller than the bottle I use for the windows, and 3 of their blends. Now I've already opened the fir and bergamot. I really like bergamot. I love bergamot candles, and so I'm going to use this one. So I'm going to just put this together. So you pour the whole concentrate into your bottle, up, and then you fill it to the neck with tap water. So that's nice and easy, no distilled water required here. So I'll get that done and then we'll start cleaning, see how it works. When I'm in my dining room, I'm sorry the light's not terribly good in here, but I thought I'd try the Purdy Figg on my sideboard, a wooden sideboard. I've got a few different materials here that I can try it on. So I'll give it a squirt and just wipe down. My sideboard is wood, it's oak, this one, and usually I would just dust it. But one thing I learned fairly recently is it's quite important to use a damp cloth when you're dusting, so you pick up the dust rather than spread it around, because the dust itself could be quite harmful depending on what's in it, because we are exposed to so many things. In an old house like this, not so much this room, but the sitting room, we do have a log burner, and I get a lot of dust from that. So this is a good tip if you've got a log burner. So let's just wipe down these glass votives. So I've got these tea light holders here. Let's just show you this one. I think they're stunning. I've got these, it's a label on the bottom, got these from Sarah Raven. I love her things, I love her plants, her flowers. Gosh, her catalogue with her flowers, it's like a sweetie shop for me. So yeah, and what I'm going to do is try this, try the Purdy Figg on the lampshade. I've seen people do this on the internet and I've not tried, other than backing a lampshade or sometimes using the hairdryer to blow the dust off. I haven't actually used a damp cloth with any cleaning fluid, so I'll give that a go. This is quite an old lampshade as well, and I think this is really, it's not bad. You can just see my hands on here, and let's just give the actual base a wipe. Let's move that out the way. Yeah. So I do have more cleaning to do, but so far so good. I like this, and I think the Purdy Figg is a good option because of the lack of harmful chemicals in it. It's, as I say, or perhaps I haven't told you, their surfactants are 100% organic, and they use 100% pure essential oils. Now, whoops, sorry, Luna's just leaving the room. Bye, Lou. So it's a lovely, and it's just water as well. So it's really chemical free, and that's what we're looking for. So I think this is a good option. They do it on a subscription. By the way, I have subscribed. This is not sponsored in any way. This is my choice to buy the product, and I've subscribed. So I'll have 3 little bottles, 3 20ml mixes to use, and they come every 90 days. So we'll cover the 3 months. And I suppose it depends on how much you clean your home, how big the home is, how much you would actually end up using. But I think the Purdy Figg is a great option, and the scent is very nice, and it's actually quite subtle, which I like. I don't want my house to really smell of anything in particular, but this is a lovely subtle fresh smell. This is the fir and bergamot. So I hope today's video is going to be of help to help you reduce your chemical exposure whilst cleaning. I will include more ideas on cleaning over the weeks, but you know, step by step, as I say, it's progress, not perfection, and I think it's much easier to make one change rather than try and do, you know, 10 changes all at the same time. So hope to see you again soon, and thank you very much for joining me this week. Bye.